Hi guys, it's me Byzantine. How are you doing? First of all, I want to say hi to all the subscribers. I want to say hi to new subscribers. And I want to say hi to visitors. Nice to see you. Please, if you like this video or my other videos, hit the subscribe button. So today, as you can see in the title, we're gonna talk signature scent. And I want to say that this video was inspired by Agata Wasilenko's video about signature scents, and I will link her channel here and in the down bar below. Please go and subscribe to her channel. She has one of my favorite channels. She is a book author. She loves fragrances. She's a collector. She's a journalist. And she is a YouTuber. And she makes a great content. So please go and say hi to her, watch her video, subscribe. I will be glad for that. Oh, I am wearing just a pajama because I came back home at 7:30 a.m. and I slept 4 hours, so excuse me. My presentation is not the best today. And I hope my energy is not going to be low because I hate being such a low key person all the time and my energy low and yada 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 yada. So let's talk signature fragrance. What is a signature fragrance? Well, um, let me start with saying that what is a signature? A signature is an evidence of your identity, but it's not something that you show to yourself to prove your identity. It's something that you show to other people to validate validate. I don't know if validate is the right word. Just to show other people your identity, because validation. I don't know if validation is necessary. You just show to prove. Is it a validation? It's way too complicated in my head. So you show it to other people, and of course everybody has a different signature, and nobody has a signature like you. And in a perfect world, this is how the fragrance, the signature fragrance, should be as well. It should be a your own personal scent. Of course, it's not possible for everybody to have their own custom-made fragrance made for them, especially. Um, there are different ways of finding the signature, your own signature. But I want to say very important thing that Agata Wasilenko said in her video is that signature scent shouldn't be safe, shouldn't be playing safe, shouldn't be pleasing other noses, should be maybe a little bit risky, a little bit characteristic, should a little bit stir the pot in a place where you are, just so everybody knows it's you and nobody else. I hope I made it clear. However, I also want to say that signature scent is a kind of gray zone in between unpopular and weird slash niche. Um, I don't think that signature scent should be very weird. I don't know if you would like to be associated with weird. If you do, then go ahead. Uh, but I think signature sense should be something that shows your how would I say it, culture, your DNA, but in a best form. You wouldn't like to be associated, I assume that you wouldn't like to be associated with something disgusting, with something repulsive, with something cheap. tacky. I don't think you would like to be associated with that. So you have to find the right scent that represents the best of you. I hope I made it clear. And what I also want to say that there are two ways to me where you can look for your signature scents. Um, One way would be in a method of application. What I mean by that, you can layer fragrances, and it will give you very interesting composition, quite unique. For instance, Donatella Versace, she said in one of her interviews, I think it was like 73 questions with Vogue, that she always wears like four fragrances at the same time. And I think this is a good idea to try, and you don't have to layer it one on another. You can, for instance, spray something different here, different here, different here, or in the crooks of your elbows, or on your clothes, and that is interesting way. It can create very original composition, but you have to give it a go. Try, because I won't tell you that this will mix well with this. And another way would be to use a lot of one of the fragrances that is associated with you, and it will be like your signature, like you're an oversprayer, or you always smell very loud, you leave a cloud. That could be also a signature. I was watching some of the videos with Tom Ford, and you know, this guy is amazing, really. Like, I don't know but I why, but I like him. He has such a great distance to himself, and a sense of himself. He knows himself well, and it shows, really. He always said, well, he said in the video, in the interview, that, you know, he has a lot of fragrances at his house, and he is an a oversprayer, and he reapplies, he uses a lot of the fragrance. Yeah, and I think that could be a signature as well. I want to say that my mother noticed that many people at my age or younger or a little bit older, now they don't use fragrance that much. I know that my mother and I, we are like the oversprayers, perfume fanatics, and so on, but people do not use the fragrance. And you know, there's no such a thing as uh, people not having a scent, because, you know, people have like their unique body odor. It depends on their hormones, their lifestyle, their hygiene. Well, yeah, I had to address that. uh, their diet, yeah, it can change. Plus, you know, nothing is odorless, actually, because even all the odorless cosmetics, they do not have the added fragrance, but they have their own scent. The washing detergents have their own scent. You know, we do not live in a scentless world, really. This is this should be said. So another form of and the way of looking for your signature fragrance would be to have the specific perfume that would be your signature. Of course, it will mix with your body, with the detergents that you use. Yeah, sure. Um, but this is another way. If you don't want to concentrate of the way of application, you want to concentrate on what scent you use. And I would say avoid popular fragrances. I'm not saying that you have to go with a niche fragrances. Of course, you can, um, but avoid popular fragrances, as far from the generic, from um, what from what everybody uses. Um, there's this gray zone, as I told you, between unpopular and weird niche. You have to find this right exact balance that will work for you. You cannot use something generic and safe, as Agata Wasilenko said in her videos, because it's everybody's signature. You know what I mean? Of course, you cannot. You won't be able to um find a scent that nobody uses, because there's somebody in the world that uses this type of fragrance. But you maybe should think in your environment, like in your clique, in your among your colleagues, friends. Like you have to differentiate yourself from these people. It has to be you in that time and place. And that's why I would say avoid very popular fragrances. Well, I have also a few suggestions for you that you can find easily. A few brands that you could look for your signature scent in. And they are not a niche brands. I specifically want them to be the designer brands, because everybody can get it, try it, check out if it works for themselves. And I would say, I have to say that before that, even though I am a Chanel snob, Chanel is not a good signature scent. I know it's risky to say, but I think that Chanel fragrances are too well known. They have the character of their own, and that wearing Chanel is wearing the history of the house, because they are the most popular fragrance brand in the world. I'm using this loosely, saying this loosely, but I'm pretty sure I am that aware. Even you're looking at that Chanel number 5 is like the synonym of perfume. Chanel fragrances do not make the great signature fragrances. I think they are too popular, they are too well known, they are great fragrances, and there's a time and place for them, but I don't think they make a great signature scent. Maybe with a few examples, but if you're looking for your signature scent, don't look at Chanel at the very beginning. I will tell you a few brands that you should check out, definitely, because they are popular, but they are not that popular. Um, First of all, you should check out Hermes. Hermes is quite popular, but it's not that popular as, I don't know what, Mugler or Mugler, if you would like to say, Lancome. What else? Calvin Klein. They are not that popular. They're very expensive. That is why not everybody can afford it. That's why it's not that popular. And probably you will not find many people around you using Hermes. Check all the fragrances from as many fragrances as you can from Hermes, because they have their own specific DNA. They're quite cool in a feeling, like sensation, like not hot but cool in a scent. um and they are very classy, and I'm pretty sure you can find something that will be you in your environment. Another one would be Tom Ford. Tom Ford makes quite difficult in appeal fragrances. They are very rich. The composition is amazing, and yeah, you should check them out. Tom Ford has plenty of fragrances. He has his signature line, and he has his private blend line. Depending on what you can afford, they're quite expensive fragrances, but I'm pretty sure you can find your signature among Tom Ford brand. And and not everybody around you is gonna use it. The third brand I would recommend you to check out is Bottega Veneta. Bottega Veneta makes great, very underrated fragrances, really great quality, quite expensive again, but if you I'm well, most of the fragrances I tell you are right now are expensive, but trust me, I do not earn a lot of money. But if I'll collect a few months, if I wanted to buy something, you don't have to like collect, spend half of your salary 1 month. You can buy this one bottle that will last you half a year at least. Really, but give a great test. Get a decan, test it on a blotter, on a skin before you buy, before the purchase. And if you feel that you have like this sensation and it works for you, it feels like a second skin. Um, Probably you are on a good direction to finding your signature scent. Well, I don't want to add any brand more. Um, yeah, what I want to tell you that very often uniqueness goes with expenses. In a fragrance world, especially, I'm not saying that you can find a great fragrance among the cheaper fragrances. Oh, and I would like to tell you as well. I have to say that because I will forget. Sorry for such a chaotic train of thought. Um, you can also this would be the third way to find your signature scent. That is kind of a branch of looking for a specific fragrance. You can also go back to the classics, to the vintage fragrances, to the old scents that are very long on the market. Many of them are not that popular as the latest releases. um, Look in Guerlain. Guerlain has a great fragrance history, even though Guerlain became very mainstream recently. And you can look in their old composition. Among many old brands, you probably can find something that with a history that not everybody uses right now. Yes, it's recognizable, but some people will not know in which church the bell rings. You know what I mean? They're like mysterious, known but unknown at the same time. You can look there. Okay, so this is the longest video. Last one was very long, but this one is probably even longer. People said that they like the long videos, and I am so grateful for that because I want to tell you everything, and probably I'm skipping some of my thoughts that I had before. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, for staying up until now, and see you next time. I hope I will get some time to make another video for you. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Well, I wish I could make it tomorrow. We'll see. See you later next time. Kisses. Mwah.